Hi, it's me, Dr. Prasad Potilam. Continue my classes on sets at the class number 2, Learning Mathematics with me through my YouTube channel, My Intuition, offering chemistry as well as mathematics classes. Regular classes, entrance coaching classes for plus 1, plus 2, that is first PUC, second PUC students. If you share this information to the students or to their parents, it will be more useful for them. Or if you're a student, please watch my video completely, subscribe the channel, give your feedback or doubts to the comment box or to the WhatsApp number displayed. So it's a continuation of class 2 sets. So some commonly used sets will discuss. So I prepared some notes based on that. So sets used in particularly in mathematics are capital letter N. It represents the set of all natural numbers. Okay, already natural number what it is, that is discussed in previous class. Z, it represents set of all integers. So what are integers? That particular term also discussed in previous class. R, that is a set of all real numbers. Q, that is a set of all rational numbers. Z plus, so already Z is there. So Z plus, it is the set of all positive integers. Q, that is set of all rational numbers. Q plus, it is a set of positive rational numbers. So here we'll see some other terms which is newly introduced. Now R plus, that is the set of all positive real numbers. Okay, so real numbers, what is the difference between real number, natural number? Okay, rational numbers, rational numbers, real numbers, all these terms we'll see now. So real number consists of 0, a positive integer, a negative integer, all fractions, and even decimal values which is there in between. Say example, 2, -2, -5, -4, 3 and half, 3.2, 0.4, 3.14, 15927, etc. All these can be treated as real numbers. Okay, so there are two types of real numbers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Whereas non-real numbers, that is imaginary. Okay, so it is an imaginary number, is any number that when multiplied by itself produce a negative number. Okay, say if I represents, small letter I represents the square root of -1, so square root of -1 is -1 only. It's okay. So 5i, if I write 5 with I with along with the 5, that means it represents the square root. Okay, so square root of 5 is 25. Since I is there, it becomes minus 25. 2i is -4, 4i, that is -16. So they are non real numbers or imaginary numbers. Rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers is a number that can be expressed as a quotient or fraction p by q of two integers. Okay, in which the numerator p and denominator q, provided that denominator q is non-zero. Provided if it is a zero, it becomes infinity. We cannot value cannot be divided by zero. Okay, so it should be a non-zero denominator q. And q, if it becomes 1, if q is 1, then every integer will become a rational number. Okay, so rational numbers are such that, so set of all rational numbers, we call it as rationals. Okay, we are discussing about the sets. So if a set of all rational numbers, we can call them as rationals. Irrational numbers are the real numbers that is not rational and cannot be expressed as the ratio of two integers. We cannot write it in terms of a p by q because it may be infinite. Okay, irrational numbers include square root of 2, that is 1.4142135623 dot dot dot, that means it goes infinite. Okay, therefore we cannot represent it as in the form of p by q because we don't know. It is a very long number. Okay, the number pi, 3.14159 dot dot dot, that means it repeats. Okay, the number, so many numbers are there. Okay, so for these type of numbers are irrational numbers. So e is Euler's number, 2.71828. Okay, you know, uh, it, continuous. So I represent a small space there, but it's again it is a long number. Okay, so the digits are so many digits are there. So it's difficult to represent in the form of p by q. So we call it as irrational. Some important points of set, if we consider a set in which the word that we use. So in coming classes or coming while preparing the notes, one way we have to use objects or elements or members, or some textbooks say members and other textbooks say elements, some site website says objects. Okay, so these objects, elements, members, they are synonymous terms in case with a set. Okay, so they are the word as such we cannot say as synonymous terms. In mathematics, when we discuss about the topics on sets, in which the object, element, and members are synonymous terms. The sets are usually denoted. Okay, we say with a capital letter A, B, C, X, Y, Z, or any capital letters. It can use a set of A, or set of B, or set of D. Okay, so capital letters are used to represent a set. It's a group and its name that is given as A or B or D or Y. Okay, anything, any capital letter of English alphabet can be used to represent. And the elements or the members or the objects present in the set can be represented by small letters, say A, B, C, X, Y, B, or small letters. Okay, it can be used. Next important points among that one, if B is an element of set A, okay, small letter B is an element of a set of A, okay, then we can say that B belongs to A. Okay, each time we cannot write B belongs to A, that is very long. Okay, so we have to do some small tricks to make it shorter. Therefore a Greek symbol epsilon, it is used to denote the phrase belongs to. Okay, therefore we can write instead of writing belongs space to A, we can write it as B epsilon A. Okay, so here B epsilon A, it represents that B belongs to, small letter B belongs to capital letter A. So capital letter A, that is a set. In that set, B is an element. Okay, if a particular element C is not in set A, then we have to use the epsilon, crossed epsilon. Okay, so C crossed epsilon A, that means C does not belongs to A. Okay, so this is the method we use to say that if a particular element or a object or a member, it belongs to a particular set or it does not belongs to a particular set. Say this class belongs to my YouTube channel, My Intuition. Please do subscribe and support me. Thank you very much and have a nice day.